Hello and welcome to a special edition of One Eye Blind Arts. Uh, as many of you know, I had Saturday morning. I had to have a TIA, which is a mini stroke, uh, and a it was a significant event. Uh, Let me see. My Lisa, how are you? Long time no see. Hey, Scratch, how are you? Hope you're all right. It uh, it was quite a wild ride. Um, I had been actually having breakfast and late morning, and um, my head was like someone took a machete and split it in half, and just extreme pain on the right side and down the right side of the neck, which, which was later where I pointed was the carotid artery. And now they ran some tests on that, on the carotids. The carotids are okay, um, but my blood pressure was 208 over 115. Um, it was quite the experience. Um, Not one I would like to go back to. Um, yeah, it was scary. um, the It's gonna take time to recover fully, um, but there is uh, no doubt uh, full recovery potential. Um, it when I had a friend, I had a friend take me in, and I got to the front reception in the emergency room, and I was having a lot of trouble communicating. Uh, I got to the front reception, and all I could say was, "I think I stroke." That's all I could. That's all I could mutter, and probably not. Mm, Probably no more than a minute went by, and I was taken back to uh, a pre or I guess what they call a stroke assessment room, and wound up uh, also televising with a neurologist. Um, it was quite an odd experience because with with the with the blocking process, um, I really wasn't sure what was reality and what wasn't. Um, so it was a little bit of a trip there. And there goes my microphone. I knew this day wouldn't come without a blooper. Um, but they had after that they took me into what I found was a trauma emergency room. And no sooner did they get me on the gurney, six people were on that gurney and we're flying down the hall. I'm seeing ceiling tiles whiz by, and they put me in a CT scan, and they had already, uh, I already had intravenous, or already had stuff going through my veins. So this is like weird. And one thing that it didn't seem. I don't know how long I was in the CT room or anything. Um, and then they were rushing back to uh, the trauma room, and you know, I was laying there, couldn't, you know, it was kind of a mess, and I wound up with a total of 5 IVs running through my arms, 3 in the right arm and 2 in the left arm. Um, so yeah, that was pretty exciting, you know. Not um, and they when I'm in this room, I notice that to the right of me is a door going or through the wall, right, an entrance, it was a door and a window a big window right next to it. And I found out later that that's how they've been monitoring me and everything. And the it was I was not left out of sight for a minute, um, and that was in a way, well, it was a good thing. I mean, it was comforting, you know. Um, but like I say, the amount of IVs, it's just like I'm feeling kind of like a pin cushion, you know. Um, and that's it. My communication isn't perfect yet, you know. I have been I was in the trauma room for about 6 hours, and they sent me by ambulance to Green Bay, from Two Rivers to Green Bay Baycare. And I thought that I was going to be going to the emergency room there. Turns out they had already admitted me from Two Rivers into Green Bay. And so I was pushed up right to ICU. And the the words ICU, they stand for um, intensive care unit, and but it stands for, I personally, I think it stands for another thing. I see everything that you are doing, and I see all of you. there was there was no being alone on that thing, but that's why it's there. Um, and overnight was difficult, um, because I only was able to fall asleep for probably half hour of each hour. Um, then I get back to sleep, and then all of a sudden, someone's drawing blood, and then the blood pressure, automatic blood pressure cuff goes off, or the heart monitor goes off. Um, it was like, wow, it was just incredible. Um, and um, like I said, not something I'd want to do again. Um, but they had explained to me how close I came to a full blown stroke. They said basically that basically they stopped a stroke and that was going in progress. You know, so my left side is a bit compromised yet, um, and so I was there until almost evening the next day, and I was transferred downstairs out of ICU. So about a little over 12 hours in ICU, and I was expected to be there longer. Um, but with the medicines they gave me and stuff, I recovered, or I gained a lot back, um, motor wise and stuff like that. Um, and they did a heart ultrasound. They and that was weird because I'm not sure what they put in that vein, but it was you know just funny feeling, and but the heart checks out good. Um, so I got to go home Monday afternoon. Got out of there about a little after 2 in the afternoon, um, and got home and I slept. Um, that was uh, I slept quite a bit. Um, and Tuesday morning or mid morning, it's like, well, I'm out and I want to see how much I can do or what I can do, what I'm capable of. So I went to the restaurant next door, and oh, those real eggs have never tasted so good, you know, um, because what they had at the hospital just, you know, was m- me. It was a mediocre type thing. Um, and but I had ordered eggs, toast, and some bacon. Well, I'm looking at this bacon, and this is a strange thing because uh, I've eaten bacon many times, and I'm looking at the bacon on the plate, and I could not figure out how to eat it. Um, you know, and it's like, well, this is crazy. You know, this is not. Um, yeah. Um, mm, when I ordered, but I was told that not everything comes. Well, things take time to come back. And I was able to, um, continue with the bacon after a couple of minutes. Um, so that was kind of liberating. Um, but the issue at hand, the the root cause was not paying close attention to my blood pressure nor the medication for the blood pressure. And that was the major thing. Um, I would take the blood pressure pills, but not on a consistent time basis. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 9 at night, 1 in the morning, um, that kind of thing. Um, and it after a while it'll sneak up on you. Um, so you guys, if you got high blood pressure, take care of it. Um, hold on, my phone is AWOL and it's going off. Anyway, I don't care about that. Um, it's but I'm gonna say it's an important thing to maintain your medication. Um, it's not blood pressure is not anything to mess with. Um, and now that I'm since I've been home, um, I have been diligent at at taking all the meds first thing in the morning. Um, Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened had I been diligent in the first place. Um, and I literally could have lost my life. And it's really a sobering thing to come up with that realization and be told that by medical staff. And it's like it put a chill down my spine. You know, um, you know how that spine can chill. Um, it's a really scary situation. So, well, I'm tired already, but I thought I'd spend a little time with you all and you know, hopefully the next few weeks I can start showing paintings again, or doing live painting shows. Um, I promise you, there'll be many more bloopers. Um, so I appreciate a couple of you that came on and with well wishes. Lisa, you have a good night. Um, and I hope you're well. Um, the recovery is gonna be a while. Occupational and physical therapy through June. So, but if it's they, with with sticking to it, I'll get back to the swing of things. So, stay blessed. God bless you, and take your meds. Bye bye.